Okay, take two. We are repotting all of our plants, and the reason I said pepper is because we repotted all of our little peppers. But our tomatoes are doing so incredible. Look at how big he is. Little big old tomato. And we literally were watching YouTube videos yesterday on why my peppers are so puny. Because they really haven't, like, they were literally planted before the tomatoes. And there's definitely a big difference here. But apparently it's because you have to go in and do this to them to simulate some wind. And then that will make them photosynthesize and grow so very big. So now you gotta come in here and tickle all of them. But I thought while I was on here, I'd bop down here and show you guys how everything's doing. Our eggplants have finally all came through. Let me see here. We're missing 3 so far. But those are one of those things you just kind of watch. You don't give up on. Okay. Look at our lettuce. Ta-da! It's really thirsty because we did not water today. Yep. And then here's our red lettuce. And then our kale. Look at his little kale leaves. They're all coming in. I'm getting all kale-y. They're really pokey looking little leaves. And then our marigolds, our zinnias, our thyme, our lavender, and our sage are all doing really good. Look at how big our little marigolds are. And I'm just going to go in and tickle all of my plants now since that one guy said so. But they're growing pretty good. And these pumpkin plants, guys, freaking went crazy. I had to repot them, I think I think it was just 2 days ago. And they have grown so stinking big. And then today we actually planted some of our cucumbers in the ground. But we also, holy goodness, I haven't looked at the tomatoes today, so you guys are going to get to see them with me. But look at how big they're getting. It's like whenever you're growing a kid, I guess. These are our squash. As you can see, 3 did not come up, so I will have to replant 3 of them. But I can just do that out in the garden, so it's not a big deal. This is a pumpkin that we actually bought at the pumpkin patch last year, and I saved the seeds from it. And we ended up planting it, and look at that. All 3, 6, 9, 12 of those came up. But guys, look at these tomatoes. Some of them are starting to wilt, so they need me to water them. But look at how big they are. That's really pretty good. And as you can see, I knocked one of my cups off yesterday and killed a big pumpkin because I'm a terrible mother. Look at all these little tomatoes. Woo, tomatoes. And this is what you're supposed to do to them. I'm not just doing this because I'm a weirdo. This simulates getting some windies up in here. But I'm seriously, that is so incredible. There is 6 per row, and literally we have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes that don't have a tomato. So that's pretty awesome. And some of the holes have 2 tomatoes. So does that make up? I don't know. You tell me. But they're kind of wilting, these are, so I need to get them some water. I think this little guy might die. Me, how sad for him. But if you come look over here, look at how big these tomatoes have gotten. They're seriously like some little champions. This is a Black Beauty. It makes a black tomato. I think we only ended up saving 2 of these from the first planting. But fear not, this whole row is Black Beauty. And this one's Dr. Watches, or Witchies, or however you say it. Let me sit these down and I'll show you. Because that's the one that's doing the best right now, actually. This is my Dr. Whatever tomatoes. So check him out. That is a huge tomato plant compared to those. So he was planted in February. And these were planted late March. These are actually getting an incredible start, though. Because literally, when we came home from first round of chemo, these were like this little guy. They didn't even have their true leaves. Because, fun fact, don't know if you know this or not, but these leaves that they first emerge with are not their true leaves. They will shrivel up and fall off. These little leaves right here, the little baby ones that come up from the middle, are their true leaves, just like on this pumpkin. Same concept. They come out like bing bing, and then but really this is the pumpkin leaf. So it's crazy. I didn't know it, now I do. And the kale even does it too. See, they come up with those two little weird things, then they turn into a kale. Don't ask me what a kale is because I don't eat them. Don't eat any of this. But here's some more of my big old tomatoes. And actually, while Dad's not watching, I'm going to do a bad thing. He's over there repotting something, so I'm going to dump this tomato. Come out, little tomato. Thank you. And show you guys how stinking incredible the root system is on this guy already. Look at that. I just dumped him out of his solo cup because I wanted to show you how awesome that root system is. Check that out. So all of our little pumpkins are up here, and Dad is replanting squash, right? Mostly squash and cantaloupe.
Cucumber, squash, cantaloupe.
Cucumber, squash, and cantaloupe. I actually planted our, hang on, I'm gonna put you back on my leg so I can put this tomato back into his pot. But I actually planted our dragon egg cucumbers today and our munchers cucumbers. Both of those needed to be done. Stoney is trying to convince me to plant all these tomatoes in the ground. So you guys tell me what your opinion is on that. Sorry, I don't know why I turned you. But tell me what you think about me planting all these little guys without any help. These first 3 rows are little baby tomatoes. They're blueberry, regular blue, and then grape tomatoes. Then there's a ton of cool ones, and I cannot wait to see what they grow into. I really don't remember. I think this one's getting, yep, some of my seeds are coming up. I wanted to show you that before I log off. Look at how tiny that seed is. This is all my pollinator mix. They need to be top watered. But I just saw while I was showing you the peppers, look at those little bad boys coming in. Those are actually snapdragons. This whole back row is snapdragons, but this one variety has both came through, and then this one has several little greens poking up. Oh, look, you can see it way better when the camera's pointed at it. But these were actually a topsoe because that seed is like invisible basically. And these, oh, there's another one poking his little head up. So, by the way, I get really excited about my growth. My plenty's growing. And eventually I'm going to have to move this so that I can retrieve that cup and dirt in the floor. And there's an earring or something. I don't know. It's one of the kids' toys. But look at those little flowers growing. And this is actually how we water them. We have a turkey baster syringe. Stoney sounds like he made a mess over there. we use our coffee can, and we use syringes, and we pull the water up, and we top water it, which apparently is bad if you listen to the internet. But you know what, my plants aren't complaining, clearly. And just so you know, I have never ever had anything grow from seed as good as these are. Clearly my peppers are doing real crappy, and we may have to, like, you know, go to the store and buy some of them, but maybe not. I'm gonna let you see these peppers, and then we're gonna explore and see what Dad made a big mess with. But he is replanting, yeah. These were all of our cantaloupes, and they're actually really cool. So hang on, I'm gonna show you them. I'll go ahead and steal my seed bucket. By the way, I've got 3 buckets of seeds. That one's my flower bucket. But see, snapdragons are what I just said was coming up. And these are all perennial pollinators. So once I grow them this year, they will always come back. And then, let me open this. By the way, coffee canisters are the best seed savers ever. So, let me see. Right here is the dragon's egg cucumber I was just talking about planting. And then, trying to look. Right here, that big tomato I showed you is a Dr. Wyche's. It's like a really big slicer tomato. Roots and Refuge says she uses it to make her bacon tomato sandwiches. And then here is that Black Beauty I was talking about. It's literally a black tomato. And then, what was I supposed to be showing you? I don't remember now. Dad, what was I supposed to be showing them? Oh, the cantaloupe. Here is what he is reseeding. It's called a Kajari repotting, whatever. And then here is the other one that we will grow. It's really little. It's supposed to be super sweet. We honestly have a lot of cool seeds we're growing. Minus the fact my peppers don't want to be friends and grow. Right here is my kale and that red lettuce. So, ta-da! Merlot lettuce is that red lettuce I just showed you down there. And then this kale, the Russian red, is what I showed you also. But these tomatoes, honestly, I'm just going to pull them out so I can show them to you. But a lot of our squash are actually growing really good. But we've got Black Beauty, Dr. Watches. Here is a pumpkin. That is this pumpkin right here that is going stinking crazy. Look at how big these pumpkins are. And they were just planted, I don't remember when because I don't have my notebook. But I've literally been writing all this down. And then here's another pumpkin we're growing. Tomato. And then look at these. These are the cherry tomatoes I was just talking about. There's blue cream. And there's a zebra tomato. And just a big, big green one. And then here's another little baby tomato. Daddy almost just threw all the cantaloupes on the floor. And then here, this one I don't think it's actually doing very good. I think it's one of those that had the really low germination. So it's either this one or this one. And I don't know that we will try to grow it again. But clearly, the little baby tomatoes, that's what the first 3 rows are. Clearly they're kicking butt and taking names. Okay, and then I'm growing a paste tomato, the Berkey's Tada, the Atomic Grape. This tomato is super cool looking. Look at that. It's like a stuffing tomato that you can, the center is like all weird, so you can just take it right out. It's pretty cool, I think. And then I'm growing, these did not germinate very well. Luckily I have quite a few seeds, but the lupus, there's my eggplant, and then I grew some little bitty pumpkins and the weird warty ones because, you know, why not? And also don't judge me that I'm in my Santa pants, okay? Dad's judging me. Dad always judges me for my Santa pants. He bought them though, so clearly he doesn't care. But these are all going great. These little bitty things right here are called a Mexican gherkin, which is a, where's my dragon egg? This little thing right here, it's a cucamelon, or a little tiny, what is that? Cucumber. Oh my god, my brain farted. You ever have that happen? But these grew really well. They germinated really well. And I think that is all I was going to show you, which is way more than I needed to show you in the first place. But I thought since I was going to make a video, I may as well make a day of it. We are about to direct sow all of our beans and corn because we like to be ahead on stuff, I guess. I don't know. But as you can see, I'm going to grow some purple pulled peas, some dragon tongue, and then I've got my glass gem corn and these cute little strawberry corns. And then I, of course, went with some G90 corn from the co-op, and then some candy corn from the co-op, and then some sort of bean or pea that I didn't write down the name of because I had a moment. And then I actually need to direct seed these because these are one that we forgot to plant. So, Royal Golden watermelons. Look at that. They're like really pretty though. Like a yellow. And then you've got our black corn. Which this is a popcorn actually. And then our last corn is called Country Gentleman. And it is basically a sweet corn. But look at how crazy it kernels up. Stoney says it's a weirdo corn because you can't eat it right. But oh, I have to make a video about how to eat corn, by the way, because me and my husband are not on the same page about eating corn, and I need to know how everyone else eats their corn. Do you eat it long ways, or do you eat it in a circle, okay? I need you to leave me some feedback on this, and I'm going to hang up on you now, but I need you to tell me how you eat your corn on the cob. And if you don't have teeth and you can't eat it on the cob, tell me how you used to eat it on the cob, okay? So this is me telling y'all goodbye. And hope you enjoyed my really super long video about my awesome plants. If you stayed in it this long, tell me how you eat your corn. And tell me which plant you think is going to be the most awesome that I'm growing. Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.